Hey, it is me, Dottie. It is Tuesday evening, about 7:15. I look like crap, probably. I feel okay. Um, Aside from all that crap going on, as far as fraudulent charges against PayPal and my bank account being drained and all that crap. Um, but I'm doing okay. It's happened to other people. It's bound to happen to more people. Just be careful. My advice is to use different passwords for all your different things that you go into, as far as, whatever you log into. Not only use different logins, but use different passwords, and have your passwords be at least 9 characters. Um, a combination of characters, letters, and numbers, and at least 9 digits long, 9 long, you know what I'm saying. Something hard to hack. Make it difficult. Um, I was looking at something today, and one of the most popular passwords, it was a password, like, you've seen tag clouds where, tags are like really big if they're real popular and that kind of thing. Anyway, this was like a password cloud, and one of the most popular passwords is 123456. Now that is just not a very safe password in my opinion. So anyway, not only use different passwords, make them strong, difficult to figure out. Use different logins for different things, for example, different logins for Facebook versus Twitter versus YouTube versus your bank versus whatever. I mean, just make it difficult. That's my advice. And even then, even if you are, I mean, there's people out there, they thrive on, trying to make people miserable. Anyway, enough said about that. Today was all-day training for work. It was called TFS, Team Foundation Server. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like a project management tool or something. Don't ask me to explain it because it's like I was kind of overwhelmed with everything else going on. Also learned today that my great aunt passed away. She was 92, so she lived a good long life. So that's really a blessing, I guess, as far as, a long life. She will be missed. I haven't seen her in a long time. She's actually on my dad's side of the family. And since my grandma had passed away in 1989, it's like everybody kind of lost touch almost. It's really sad. I'm partial to blame for that because I don't seek that out, you know what I mean? But anyway, also I have gotten some interesting, I don't know if it's news really per se, it's just my brother called me today, and we've talked about this, or I have, as far as not having the best relationship with my brother since for a long time. Anyway, he called me today and he said to me, "Do you remember so and so?" And he, named this person from our childhood. Actually, it was a neighbor that lived across the street, and I said, "Yeah, I remember him." And he said, "Well, I ran into him, and apparently he bought the company that my dad used to work for. He actually purchased this small tool and die company about 8 months ago." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't hear that. That's kind of cool for him, right? Business owner, he must be doing well. That's pretty cool for him." And my brother went on to say, "Well, yeah, he told me that he's been mowing Dad's lawn a couple times, or every other week or so, and told me that Dad had emphysema and lung cancer, and my brother asked me if I knew anything about it." And no, I didn't. And this was at like 4:45, just before leaving work. I was still at work, and so my brother said, well, first I said I hadn't heard anything, but I do know Dad was in the hospital some time ago with pneumonia, and I know he has an oxygen tank at the house. I've seen it, so I guess it's possible, but no, he's never told me that. And so my brother made the comment, well, I need to find out what's going on, so I'm going to try to get a hold of him somehow, and I'll let you know. But if you hear anything, let me know. And all I said was okay. And, you know, I've talked about my dad a little bit on here as far as, you know, the type of person that he seems to be, that we didn't have a very close relationship, and I think I have even mentioned in the past, and newbies to my channel aren't going to know this or whatever, but that my brother and my dad have no relationship whatsoever ever since my brother's first set of kids were put in protective care or whatever, and my brother blamed my dad and never talked to him, never whatever. So it's a very long, drawn out story, and I probably could write a book about it. Not just that, but everything. Thought about doing some vlogging as pertains to not just that, but a lot of things. Anyway, back to topic. My mind is just, ugh. So anyway, I leave work, and I just started crying my eyes out driving, thinking, oh my goodness, you know, what if this is true? What if my dad does have emphysema and lung cancer? And I guess it wouldn't surprise me because that he didn't tell me, because he's had aortic aneurysm surgery, and I never heard about that surgery until it was done and over with and he was at home. And you know, I used to be really upset by that, and I started thinking about stuff, and his wife is a nurse, and so obviously they share this stuff between them, right? And I would hope that someone would tell me stuff, but at the same time, the relationships over the years has not been strong, so I'm not surprised that he wouldn't tell me. And this is his medical records. This is his personal records. And I guess, you know, being that I think he's the type that has a lot of pride and wouldn't want to worry me, probably wouldn't, even if he is getting real sickly, probably doesn't want to, how do I explain this? Doesn't want to have the kids have to take care of him hand and foot, whatever. Probably just wants to die personally on his own, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say. I'm not doing a very good job getting it across. Anyway, so I was thinking about this, and at first I'm like crying because if this is true and I didn't know about it, that's, you know, terrible, but at the same time I can understand it and respect it, really. And his wife is his companion, and just like me and my husband share things, there's some things we don't share with our kids, right? Especially, you know, even now, Kaylee, my daughter, she just turned 18. Now her medical records are not accessible by me anymore because she is now an adult. And the only way I can see these records is if she gives me permission. Well, the same thing applies. This is my dad's medical records. I'm not going to know anything about it unless he chooses to tell me. And he doesn't want to tell me or talk about it. There could be so much going on in his mind. I mean, think about this. If he was told he has cancer and you never know what's going on, or, you know, and he's probably really reliving his entire life and his choices. He may have some regret that he doesn't want to talk about. He's never talked openly about anything, and I think it goes way back to when he was a teenager, got into a car accident, and the girl in the car was, I think the girl was killed. And I don't know if it was a girlfriend or just a good friend, but anyways, he's been in some very tough situations, and I think he, throughout life, has dealt with them the way he thought was comforting, I guess, through drugs, through alcohol, through variety is the spice of life, so he used to say. And as me being an adult now, there's a lot of things that I evaluate about my own life, and now can kind of appreciate, maybe not even respect. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. I should probably write this out, but it's like he dealt with things the way he knew how at the time, even though they weren't the right way or the best way. I mean, he's had a lot of crap in his own life, and it just kept going and escalating and never sought help. And he's just one of those tough guy types. You know what I'm saying? Tough guy types that doesn't share anything. I remember at my grandpa's graveside services, he would not participate in putting the box in the ground or whatever. And he wouldn't hold hands and pray. And I don't know if that's because he's not a believer. I don't know. This is so many things that my dad's never talked about, and that I've always been afraid to talk to him about, to ask him about. I don't know why. I've lived my life being afraid, practically. And so on the way home today, too, a lot of that started running through my mind, like, why have I always been afraid? Why? And I think perhaps it came from incidences when I was young, not only between him and my mom, my real mom, but him and my first stepmom. The physical abuse, the mental abuse, and just bad choices. But yet, at the same time, here I am, I'm 40, he's 61, I think. He looks old now, but he's still my dad. He's still my dad. He's responsible. He's had a hand in giving me life. You know what I'm saying? Him and my mom. I was born because of them. And as much as I don't respect so many of the decisions in his life, sometimes I wonder if now he's starting to, evaluate his own life. I don't know. But I'm not sure. A lot going on up here right now. And it's so weird that this is coming up now, because just a few weeks ago I was so, I had this whole, just this whole episode of happiness and feeling relief and everything, and now some of this is coming up again. And the weird thing though is I feel stronger even though I'm crying, because it's hurtful. I mean, it hurts still to think about some of the things, but at the same time it's like I'm stronger. My faith is stronger, and I still try to analyze everything. It's weird. The biggest analytic about just stuff, life and everything. It's crazy. And this video is getting really long, I'm sure. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to post it because it's going to be so long. But it's my vlog and I just want to get it out there. So I might have to write some things down and then come back to this. Rosemary mentioned she had a tag. I need to check that out because maybe it'll be something fun and enlightening. But today's been a day. Yesterday's been a day. But I can still smile, honestly. And it's not fake. It's really not, because I just feel, I do feel a certain strength, I'll be honest. Part of me too, I have to say, that when my brother said I need to find out what's going on, part of me was thinking, oh wow, this is maybe the intervention that them two need, that my brother and him need. You know, if he really talks to my dad, it's going to be like, I'm going to feel like, wow, you know, it's like one of those did hell freeze over type of things. But anyway, I think that's it for now. I'm listening to 80s music and going through a lot of my stuff with regard to the computer and changing passwords and changing accounts, and I myself have to be more critical and strict about stuff, so I'm sorry for wiping my tears and everything, but I thank you for watching if you stuck it through this. I thank you for watching in general, for commenting and everything, and I wish you all well, peace and love and happiness. And if you have things going on in your life, I think happy thoughts for you, and I just truly wish you well, because, and I will pray for you too if you would like it. I'm not, whatever, happy thoughts, prayer, whatever. I know not everybody believes, and I am not one to judge. It doesn't, you know, to each his own is what I say. So, anyway, I wish you all much love and peace, smiles, and you take care, and I'll see you later, or you'll see me later. Bye.